God called Moses, but he didn't feel qualified. He didn't feel ready. He thought it wasn't enough, even after God assured him that he was going to be with him. During that period that Moses ran and started a new life, the king of Egypt died, and another Pharaoh arose again with the same mindset. Moses wasn't convinced, and he started giving different excuses. He told God that what if they don't believe him and they don't listen to him? And God began to show him different signs. The first sign God gave to Moses was that he asked him to throw his staff on the ground, and it became a snake, and then it turned back into a rod. The second sign was that God asked Moses to put his hand inside his coat, and his skin became leprous immediately. He then put his hand again back in his coat, and his skin was restored. And God told Moses that if they still don't believe the two signs, he should take some water from the Nile and pour it on the ground. It will turn to blood. And that was the third sign. But even after all these signs that God had shown Moses still had something to say. And he began to complain to God that he is not eloquent, he is slow of speech and tongue. And God responded, "Who gave man his mouth? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will help you speak and teach you what to say." At this point, God was ready to heal Moses. He was ready to give him an instant miracle and make his speech perfect. But Moses' faith failed him, and that was why he remained like that. Even after God told Moses that he was going to help him to speak, Moses still said, "God, please send someone else." And at this point, God was not pleased with Moses because he doubted him and he didn't believe in God's power. But God did not leave Moses like that because he doubted him. He still showed him mercy, even though he didn't have faith in God. And God instead gave him Aaron, a helper, a voice, and a support system. Now I know the question running through your mind. If Moses kept refusing, why didn't God just leave him and choose someone else? Is it by force to go for a mandate? Let me tell you how God works. God respected his decision. He didn't force him, of course, but he negotiated with him and he gave him enough time to finally think and come to an agreement. However, if Moses still insisted, God would have raised someone else and equipped him to fulfill this mandate. Even better than Moses, because when God chooses you, he won't leave you empty. Believe me. Again, Moses said, "Suppose I go now and they ask me, 'What is the name of who sent me?' What should I tell them?" And God replied, "I am who I am, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." Then God revealed something deeper to Moses. He told him Pharaoh would not let them go easily, but God would stretch out his hands to strike Egypt and perform his wonders. And when the Israelites leave, they will not go empty-handed. Finally, our brother Moses stopped running. He took his family, picked up the staff of God, and went back to Egypt for his mandate. Yes, the same place he once ran away from became the place of his assignments. Moses and Aaron finally met in the wilderness at the mountain of God. Then Moses went further to explain to Aaron what God had instructed him to say, and also about the signs he had commanded him to perform. When Moses and Aaron got to Egypt, they first brought together all the elders of the Israelites to tell them what God has sent them to do. And they also performed the signs before the elders of the Israelites first. After hearing and seeing the signs, the Israelites believed. Also, when they heard that God was concerned about them and their hardship, they bowed down and worshipped.